You was in the hospital for 2 months.
Yes.
Tell me when you woke up.
Actually, I was in a hospital for 2 months and 2 weeks. I was in a coma for 2 months. And then 2 weeks that I was referring to, well, the first week, when I woke up, I was in disbelief when they told me I got shot in my head and I would never be able to walk again. I wasn't actually talking or anything like that. I was just like here. They didn't think that wasn't functioning at all, period, because I was dwelling, I was depressed. I was real mad at my friends for shooting me. But I accepted it. I couldn't walk though, and I accepted everything, but I was just mad. A whole week passed, they was coming in and teach me, trying to teach me this, that, and the third. Week passed, as I'm saying, I wasn't trying to do nothing. Trying to hear it. But it wasn't until that next Monday when the interns came in the room and it was like it's probably like 12 interns come in the room. This is Mr. Walker, his diagnosis, he got shot in the head and blah, blah, woo, woo. And one of the interns said, what y'all gonna do with him if he don't improve? And doctor said, they gonna send him to the cuckoo for what? Y'all ain't seen me nowhere. So right there, it was like key things that made me motivated to, that was the main one. So as soon as the interns left out, everything they was trying to teach me that week before, I was doing it and doing more to the point where like you can't do that. You were injured, it was trying to limit me. But I was trying to do way more to where it was like, man, you think you got it all figured out? And so they actually kicked me out of the hospital. They gave me therapy, okay? But they wound up kicking me out of therapy as well because I got to get to therapy and I'm trying to get used to this and I'm trying to catch the bus and missing the buses and stuff like that. So I got a bright idea. Wow, I love to drive. I have to learn how to drive right now in this beginning stages of me being like this. So I started driving, couldn't talk, you know what I'm saying? I'm driving the car, I'm learning how to do everything that I was doing. And I rolled up to the therapy too many times because they see me each time. And they was telling me, don't drive because you can't drive, you might hit somebody or such and such. And I ain't trying to hit nobody, I ain't trying to do nothing. I know I had to keep the car straight. I couldn't say that to them, you know what I'm saying? So just imagine how trying to communicate with somebody that's trying to tell you you can't do nothing. So therefore it's like, forget y'all, I'm out of here, you know what I'm saying? And I was content, as far as like not knowing how to talk, not knowing how to do anything. So about like a year passed and I blew up to 200 pounds. So I was eating like 5, 6 times a day. And I was eating potatoes and bread in every meal. And this is gonna crack you up and I'm sorry about what I'll say, but it wasn't until I was rock hard one day, and I looked down and I couldn't see my stuff. I was like, oh no, I'm too big. So I stopped eating like I was, so I got my weight back. But I don't think I was doing just eating and laying around the house. So that's how I blew up.
When did you start talking again?
So it was like a couple days after that. I was moping around. And I was like, man, why you spare my life, Lord? Because it was, I was eating, I then lost that weight, I was discovering myself. I found myself at this present time. And I asked God why you spare my life. And as soon as the life exited my mind, one of the Ramones songs came to my attention. So I was literally pee doo the juice and stuff like that. But when the Ramones song came to my mind, I was saying it, pee doo juice or whatever the case, but I was saying it so much that I started talking fluently. I didn't really realize I was talking fluently until God started talking to me. Hey, now you got some concepts, you can talk about something. Because I always desired to write songs back when we was in the Fresh Mcs, but I never could for some odd reason. It wasn't until I asked God why He spared my life, the lyrics came on my mouth, and the rest is history. I just kept at it.
What lyrics was those?
I think party people would style and like the groove. I'll be here for a while just to make you. I'm gonna record that song. I still know it to this day. And Ramon and Amiri wrote that song. And the Party People song is gonna be one of my favorite songs because it's the lyrics. And we were that as teenagers. And the doggone song, when I come out with it, is gonna be like, I just wrote the song. And that was like in the 80, 87, 86. And that song is that powerful. And the Lord was like, man, just remember that, just put it on the side burner now. Here you go. This is yours. That's the Fresh Mcs. But everything that I wrote is me. And I thank God for that. I was bubblegumming this at first, but now I got it together, and every song, every word, every song, God is the orchestrator. Hey, say this, say that. You know, every song that I done came up with is bangers right now. So.
What happened to the kid that shot you?
So he was 13 years old, 13 at the time. So I couldn't actually, I'm in court. So this is crazy. Seemed that I can verbally say that it was him. Well, they gave him 20 years. He had to do 10, but seeing that he was 13 years old, they was trying to give him, benefit of that. Oh, do 5 years, in jail fiscally, and then you're gonna be out 15 on paper. I don't know what ever happened of that, but that's what they gave him. He didn't tell on the other two guys. He was like, oh, I'm taking it by myself.
So he served 5 years.
5 years. He got 20, but he did 5 out of 20. So I don't know what came of that.
Do you forgive him?
I just left it in God's hand. But I know he made my life better, because my life is better off like this than it was when I had all my limbs. I just had money back then. I got my life. I got some money, but not as much money. But my life is way better because I'm on a mission. I can see something that's going to come out of all the badness that happened to me ever in life. And I see it coming to pass.
My Uncle Rob, just growing up, he was a funny dude as well. He always had little sayings that, one-liners, like if he's seen you, he'll say something to you. Like, as far as I can remember, he's always called me Wanda Renee. And Renee is not my middle name, it's my sister's name. But so everybody that knows me, through him, they'll see me and be like, what's up, Wanda Renee? And I'm like, you must be Uncle Rob's friend because he's the only one that calls me that. So he would see you and he had a name or some kind of saying for you, no matter where he was. If he was in church, he just always had something to say. So he can be a pretty funny dude.